From London to Silicon Valley. How did Jayshree Ullal become the world's richest Indian origin CEO? Just imagine, if someone told you that an Indian origin woman CEO has surpassed the world's two biggest tech giants leaders, Microsoft's Satya Nadella and Google's Sundar Pichai, your heart would skip a beat. Your mind would be filled with questions. Who is this personality? How did she achieve something so extraordinary? And how this story is not just about money, power, and position, but about struggle, passion, vision, and that unbreakable belief that turns an ordinary person into extraordinary. Amid the shine of Silicon Valley, the graphs of Wall Street, and the race of the world's biggest tech companies, an Indian origin woman has created history. One name is echoing across every headline: Jayshree Ullal. For years, whenever the richest Indian origin CEOs were discussed, only two names dominated: Satya Nadella and Sundar Pichai. But by 2025, this story changed. Now leading this race is Jayshree Ullal. Her net worth is not in mere thousands of crores, but has reached around 50,000 crore rupees. Silicon Valley is stunned. Investors are amazed. And for Indian professionals across the world, this story has become a huge inspiration. But this success is not just of today. This story began long ago. From a small room, from a little girl, from a dream, and from a determination that made even the toughest tech industry bow down. Born in London, childhood in Delhi, and then a flight towards America, this wasn't just a geographical journey. It was a journey written by destiny. A home where education wasn't just formal schooling, but freedom to think, the chance to explore, and the confidence to conquer the world on your own. Her father was a scientist, connected to education policy, and one of the pillars behind institutions like IIT. Growing up in such an environment, for Jayshree, excellence wasn't an option. It was a way of life. From the classrooms of a convent school in New Delhi to the universities of San Francisco, she didn't just study. She lived every concept, understood technology deeply, and saw circuits and codes not just as subjects, but as the weapons of the future. Her command over electrical and electronics engineering was so strong that even professors used to say, "This girl is different. She doesn't learn to pass exams. She learns to change the game." But the real world is always bigger than books. The real battle begins when you step into the industry. Even at that time, the world of technology in America was a battlefield. Giants already existed, competition was insane, and for an Indian origin woman, this journey was even tougher. But Jayshree was not the heroine of any ordinary story. She started her career in the semiconductor industry, a place where patience, precision, and perfection, all three are essential. She worked at companies like AMD and Fairchild and proved there that she was not just an employee, but a future leader. But the real turning point came at Cisco. At that time, Cisco was the king of the networking world. The internet was transforming the world, and Cisco was its backbone. And during this critical phase, Jayshree Ullal joined the company. She didn't come just to handle a department. She came and transformed the entire ecosystem. She made Cisco's switching business so powerful that it became the company's biggest revenue pillar. Strategy, leadership, clarity, courage. Her decisions were not just profitable, they were visionary. And for the first time, Silicon Valley seriously took note. There is a storm coming. And her name is Jayshree Ullal. But every great story faces a tough choice. Leaving a giant company like Cisco is no small decision. Power, position, comfort, she had it all. But leaders don't grow through comfort. Leaders become legends through challenges. In 2008, she joined a comparatively smaller and lesser-known company, Arista Networks. At that time, people said, what was the need? Why leave Cisco? Why take such a risk? But that wasn't risk. That was vision. Arista was new in the networking world. Its resources were limited, But its dream was massive. The cloud era was coming. Data centers were about to become the new heart of the world. And Jayshree had already understood this is where the future lies. Then the real game began. Strategy by strategy, product by product, decision by decision, she took Arista to heights that perhaps no one had even imagined back then. High-performance networking, ultra-fast data centers, cloud infrastructure. Arista didn't just make space in the market. It redefined the category. Today, Arista's products are the backbone of the world's biggest tech giants, stock exchanges, AI companies, and hyperscale data centers. And that's why the company's growth graph kept moving only upward. Arista's shares skyrocketed, investors celebrated with joy. And along with that, Jayshree Ullal's net worth continued to rise. But numbers don't tell the story. The story is told by the struggle, the hard work, those sleepless nights where every decision shapes the future worth billions of dollars. Just imagine. Global market pressure, competition with giants like Cisco, Juniper, HP, regulatory challenges, technological evolution. And amidst all of this, calm, composed, sharp decision-making. That is leadership. That's the reason why today, the world doesn't just call Arista a company. It calls it a revolution. So when people say that Jayshree Ullal has become the world's richest Indian origin professional CEO, it isn't just a story of wealth. It is a story of trust. It is the story of that Indian mind which proved to the world that leadership is not just a boardroom designation, it is responsibility, courage, and relentless pursuit. But if you think her story is only about corporate boardrooms, wait, the story doesn't end here either. She is not just a business leader, she is an inspiration, especially for women. When the tech world was male-dominated, she proved that the glass ceiling is not a reality, it is just a mindset. She inspired countless women to study engineering, step into tech, take leadership, dream big and fulfill those dreams. Today, if girls across the world look at Silicon Valley with confidence, women like Jayshree Ullal have a huge role in that. The greatest beauty of her personality is that she is grounded. Soft-spoken yet with a razor-sharp mind. A calm smile yet a fire-like determination. A humble nature yet unbelievable authority. Leaders like her are rare. And perhaps that is why investors love her. Employees trust her. And the market looks at her with respect. Her journey also teaches that origin doesn't matter. Attitude does. Born in London, childhood in India, career in America. Even after being a global citizen, she never forgot her roots. Indian values, discipline, family strength, all of these have always been part of her decisions. She didn't turn her wealth only into luxury. She turned it into responsibility. Family, education, philanthropy. Her focus has always remained strong on these. And now when comparisons are made, when the names Satya Nadella, Sundar Pichai, and Jayshree Ullal are taken together, it is not just competition, it is a celebration of Indian brilliance. All three chose different paths. Nadella revived Microsoft. Pichai gave Google a new direction. And Jayshree Ullal turned Arista into a powerhouse of the tech industry. But when it came to wealth, Jayshree left both behind. And this victory is not just of money, but of perception too. This story also proves that in the corporate world, women are not just participating, they are leading, they are ruling. They shattered stereotypes. They proved that ambition and empathy can walk together. Technology and leadership become even more powerful in the hands of a woman. If you are a youth, entrepreneur, student, or employee, her journey is a lesson for you. If you come from a small town, if your resources are limited, if the world underestimates you, remember, destiny is in no one's hands. It is decided by your hard work, your preparation, and your courage. Success is never overnight. It is built through thousands of days of effort, hundreds of decisions, and countless sacrifices. Jayshree's story is the biggest example of
If
this.
this video has taught you something new, do not forget to like and share this video so that this information can reach others as well. Your likes and shares are a source of inspiration for us. If you have any questions or suggestions, please let us know in the comments. It will be our honor to answer your questions and listen to suggestion. And yes, if you like our content, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon so that you stay connected with every new story. Thank you. GRT Business YouTube channel sources, news from various news agencies, opinion polls and other public sources. We try to ensure that every report and summary is accurate and verified, but we are not responsible for any dispute or error. Our aim is only to provide you with accurate information.